if you look at the statute, it says protection for Good Samaritan blocking and screening. If you take into account Stratman, Oakmont, those things I thought were like a given. What the people who were crafting this statute were worried about was filth on the internet and the extent to which, because of that court case and perhaps others, and so the statute is like, we want you to take these things down. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to say that just because they're on your website, it doesn't mean you're going to be held automatically liable for it. And that's C1. And to the extent you're in C2, you're trying to take it down, but you don't get them all, we're not going to hold you liable for it. That seems to me to be a very narrow scope of immunity that doesn't cover whether or not you are making recommendations or promoting or doing anything else.
What I understand the government and the petitioner to be saying is that disseminating, even 24/7 disseminating of ISIS videos is protected. The only thing that's not protected is whether you can tease out something about the organization and call it a recommendation when there is no express speech recommending it. It's just the placement of where in the order in which content appears. And that same complaint could be made about search engines. So I think under your view, search engines would not be covered because they are taking user information, targeting recommendations in the sense of they're saying, we think you would be interested in the first content as opposed to the content on, 1,692 sections. I mean, they have millions and millions of hits for any search result. And if you think those are recommendations and the other side gives you no basis for distinguishing between search engines, then the statute is just very different than what I think the one that Congress was talking about. Because again, if you're going to look at findings and history and policy, this is about diversity of viewpoints, jumpstarting an industry, having information flourishing on the internet, and free speech.